We have two types of random variables. The first type of random variable that we've discussed before is a discrete random variable, which by definitions are variables which have finite or countable possible outcomes. Example of discrete random variable will be the variables on an experiment using coins. So let's say we're looking for the variables or the discrete random variables when you flip a coin 3 times. And in this case, our x value for the discrete random variables will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. So these are the four discrete random variables when you flip a coin 3 times, and let's say we're focusing on tails for this particular event. So another example of discrete random variables is, let's say instead of flipping a coin 3 times, we flip it 2 times and hoping that it will land on a heads. So x will be 0, 1, and 2 for your discrete random variable for that experiment. Now, continuous random variable by definition is variables which are usually in forms of decimals or proportions. So this time, the random variables that we're using is no longer finite because it involves decimals. So let's say this example right here, we have to list down the variables of runners for the 100-meter sprint. Now, when we're talking about this particular experiment, our random variable x will represent decimals because when you time a sprinter running a 100-meter dash, you're not going to record it as 7 seconds or 3 seconds or 10 seconds, because if you don't include the decimals, most of them will have multiple ties for those particular runners because we're discounting the decimals. So in this particular example, since it's continuous random variables, we'll have x, which is our continuous random variables for this experiment, could be 7.12 seconds, 9.003 seconds, 12.25 seconds, and so on. So that's the difference between the two random variables. One will give you a finite or countable possible outcomes, and the other one will return a decimals or proportions based on the experiment you're working on.